Hi everybody, Dan Illman, Mike Beer. Special coverage of the all-graded stakes $250,000 guaranteed pick 5 at Keeneland on Saturday. The sequence, races 5 through 9. Approximate post time of leg A, the grade 2 Woodford Stakes, is 3:25 Eastern. All of these stakes races already have their individual preview. We talk about all of the horses in depth on video.drf.com. For pick 5 purposes, who are you using in the first leg, the grade 2 Woodford?
Well, I'm going to use the two sort of obvious horses, I think, in Commend and Hoagie, who just ran 1-2 in the Kentucky Downs turf sprint. I think they're both, rock solid turf sprinters, and I actually feel like, especially in the case of Commend, maybe even more than Hoagie, getting back to 5.5 out of 6.5, I think that's a pretty good thing for Commend. He's a nice horse. I like those two horses, and I like Conquest Panthera, the one who's turning back out of the Woodbine Mile. This might be a little too short for him. 5.5 might be a little short. 6 or 6.5 might be better. But I like him sprinting, and I actually feel like he ran a deceptively good race in the Woodbine Mile.
Well, it was very wide chasing the pace in the Woodbine Mile against World Approval. Is going to be one of the favorites in the Breeders' Cup Mile. That mile a little bit far for him. Like you, I'm a little concerned the 5.5 furlongs is a bit short, but I'm going to use Conquest Panthera. I think he is a true sprinter. I'm also going to use Commend, the 3, who just looks like he's getting into good form again for Bill Mott, and I really like him at this 5.5 furlongs. He ran well last time out at 6.5. I think the 6.5 favored Hoagie last time out over Commend. I'm kind of fading Hoagie a little bit. Always dangerous to fade a Michael Maker trained horse, but I have a feeling that Mongolian Saturday might be coming back into a little bit of form, and I want to use this horse a bit. We know he loves Keeneland, winner of the Breeders' Cup Turf Sprint here in 2015, won this race, the Woodford, in 2016, and last on the Turf Monster. He doesn't have the same speed he used to have, but you know something? I think he was compromised a little bit, steadied on the turn, course to the outside against the Parks-loving Pure Sensation. I'm going to use Mongolian Saturday as well, 136 me in the first leg of this guaranteed $250,000 pick 5 pool on Saturday. The second leg is race number 6. It's the grade 2 Thoroughbred Club of America for filly and mare sprinters. There's a lot of speed in this race. One of those speeds, though, is Way the Horse to Beat, Finley's Lucky Charm.
I wonder if it's going to be a little tough for her just because there is a lot of other speed in this race. It could really work against her. On the other hand, she's also a pretty nice horse. I don't see how you play the pick 5 and you don't use her because she's just Way the Horse to Beat. I am going to use her, but the horse I'm going to use at equal strength with her is the 1 Bendable.
Okay.
I don't know if she's this good, but I suspect that she could be. Obviously, there's a lot of layoff lines here with a filly who just doesn't get to run that much. But when she runs, she's pretty good. And if there is a big pace in front of her, I think she can sit off and run at the end of this race. I'm a fan of hers, Dan, and I want to give her a chance in a race like this, and she'll be a good price in here.
I'm not letting Finley's Lucky Charm knock me out of the pick 5. She's Way the Horse to Beat. A lot of folks are going to be singling her. I'm also going to use a little bit of Vertical Oak. Vertical Oak might be more of a wet track horse. Her 2 big Beyer speed figures have come on wet tracks. There's actually a 30% chance of rain as we speak at Keeneland on Saturday. Now she's going to have to play Finley's Lucky's Charm game. It's quite possible they'll cancel each other's out, and I'll be ripping them up after race number 6. Maybe. But I've liked what I've seen from Vertical Oak on occasion. I liked her Prioress against Weaker. I liked her Miss Preakness against Weaker. Obviously, that big win at Prairie Meadows against Weaker as well. But I'm going to use Vertical Oak with the 4 Finley's Lucky Charm. The third leg of the $250,000 guaranteed pick 5 is the Grade 1 First Lady Stakes. It's really a heck of a race this year.
Yeah, it's a really good field. This race always comes up good, and that's no exception this year. I'm going to lean on Roca Rojo, Chad Brown's Roca Rojo. I think she's a true miler, second off of a little bit of a layoff, and I thought she ran really well in the Boston Spa last time. I'm going to lean on her. The logical Dona Bruja, Dickinson are my 2 backups.
Roca Rojo and Dickinson are my A's. Dona Bruja is my backup in here. We had a little bit of an argument about Dickinson in the Grade 1 First Lady Stakes preview, available on video.drf.com. We won't get into it again. It is a sensational race. It'll be interesting to see how the this time around. I think Dickinson's going to be taken off of the base. Try to get the jump on Roca Rojo and Dona Bruja turning into the stretch. Race number 8 is the Grade 1 Claiborne Breeders' Futurity. I mean, we talked about this in the cross-country pick 4 that Keeneland and Belmont are having. That video also up on video.drf.com. This race is just wide open. You could lose a lot of different horses.
Yeah, this is a really, really tough race. And I would just say, especially, when you're talking about some of the races we've already, gone through, you might want to leave yourself some room to do some spreading in this race. It's really tough. I mean, my main ones were the 3 Lone Sailor. I know it was a wet track when he broke his maiden in an off-the-turf race last time, but I thought he really really ran well. And he's bred to stretch out. He's got all the pedigree in the world to go long. Bourbon Resolution looks like a good horse to me for Ian Wilkes. He should stretch out. I'm going to use him. They're sort of my main two, and I'm going to back up with the hopeful horses. Give me a minute. Free Drop Billy. They're both fine. I don't love either one of them, but I'm definitely going to back up.
Give me a minute and Bourbon Resolution. One of your backups, one of your A's. Yeah. They're my A's in here. Free Drop Billy and the two Esmash, who might be the controlling speed down towards the inside. They're my backups in the Breeders' Futurity, the fourth leg of the guaranteed $250,000 guaranteed pick 5 at Keeneland. The anchor's the Grade 1 Shadwell Turf Mile. It's your DRF.com Formulator Race of the Day for Saturday, which means you can access free Formulator past performances on the Race of the Day event page on DRF.com. Again, we talked about this race at length. I know you like the Visadero.
I do. I like the Visadero. To me, as far as the pick 5 goes, I would be happy if I could make it here and be alive to Divisadero and Battle Rocks. They're sort of my main two horses. If everything breaks perfectly leading into this, maybe I'll have a little bit of the 3 Soudois. Maybe I'll be alive to him as well, and to the 10 Heart to Heart. But really, if I can get here and have Divisadero and Battle Rocks, and I'm alive to those two horses, I'd take my chances with that.
I like Battle Rocks in here. I'm going to be using that one as an A, as well as Heart to Heart, who could be the controlling speed and is in very sharp form. Soudois, the European entrant, will be my backup. And the anchor leg of this $250,000 guaranteed pick 5 at Keeneland on Saturday. Races 5 through 9, and approximate post time for the first leg. The Grade 2 Woodford Stakes is at 3:25 Eastern. Best of luck.